Second question is a simply supported beam. Bent, and the support, that is the rod, is means the truss has been bent into rectangle, okay, whose one end is fixed, okay, fixed but can move in the horizontal direction, okay. So total strain energy is equal to 0 to L P into X into dx by 2 EI for this is varying part, okay, because in this the bending moment is varying, so P into X, okay, up to L, because this distance is L, and this is two lengths, okay, because here the load is applied, reaction will also be applied, okay. So 2 into 0 to L P into X dx 2 by EI, and here bending moment will be there, means this P into L will be here, so M square L by 2 EI, okay. And deflection at A is equal to a strain energy, partial differentiation of strain energy with respect to load P, okay. Once again, this is a simply supported beam in which this truss member has been bent into a semicircle, okay. So extension dy is equal to r d theta, m is equal to p into r sin theta, u is equal to 0 to pi m square dy into 2 e by, okay, because the rod is from here to here, so the angle is moving theta 0 to pi, okay. And by is r sin theta, okay, dy is r d theta, okay. In second question, third question maybe, so this is the P load acting in the quarter of the truss member, okay. So this is semicircle but quarter circle, okay. So bending moment is equal to P into r sin theta, this is theta, so this is r sin theta, okay, because of because this is r, so this is r, taking this as r, okay. So this is r sin theta and this is r cos theta components, this is r cos theta and this is r sin theta, okay. So dx is equal to r d theta, m is equal to p into r sin theta, total strain energy is equal to 0 to pi by 2, because this is because this is quarter circle, okay. So 0 to pi by 2 m square dx by 2 EI, okay. Once again, this is a cantilever beam, okay, and the truss member means the bar has been bent like this, and this in the bent bar like this P load is acting at the free end, so this can be changed into this form, that P is acting here along with the bending moment PL by 4, okay. This is acting anti-clockwise, okay. This bending moment will act P into L by 4 anti-clockwise. So delta is equal to PL cube by 3 EI minus PL by 4, means the due to point load this deflection, and due to this bending moment PL by 4 this deflection, okay. The formula has been given in the after the superposition principle. I have given a list of formulas, okay. So from there it's a question like, okay. Now this is another question in which this is cantilever beam and this is another cantilever beam, and this has been joined, okay. On this the UDL is acting, okay. So delta is equal to deflection is equal to W will be the weight per unit length, okay. So W means the loading small w. Okay, so small w into L1 by 4, because this distance is L1, by 8 EI. Okay, so deflection due to UDL, minus P L1 cube by 3 EI. Okay, so because due to the load acting, the stress will be generated and this reaction will be upwards. So minus PL by Q by 3 EI is equal to extension that will happen in L2. Okay, so is equal to PL2 by 2EE, 2A2E. Okay. Now this is a continuous beam. So in continuous beam, these are the two reactions happening, or two supports are given. So those supports will give reaction. So this question can be solved by area moment method. Okay, because of the cantilever beam type. So you can solve this by area moment method. This is a spring question. Okay, so load P is acting in the middle, and at that point this spring has been attached to reduce the deflection. Okay, so this spring will give a reaction of K delta. Delta will be the deflection. Okay, that will happen. P is the load acting, so delta is equal to load acting at the midpoint. So PL1 cube by 48 EI minus RL1 RL cube by 48 EI is equal to delta is equal to R by K. Okay, because this R will give upward deflection, this will give downward deflection, so maximum deflection has been equated, and this delta is equal to R by K, because R is equal to K by delta. Okay. K is the spring constant, delta is the deflection. Okay, so in this question, once again, this is the only support given, and this is a spring. Okay, so this has been changed into reaction of A, then reaction by the spring K delta. K is the spring constant, delta is the deflection. Okay, of the spring. This is 25 kilonewton acting here, and 35 kilonewton acting in the right hand side, and 25 kilonewton in the left hand side. Okay, so delta V is equal to 0 at the hinge support. Delta V is equal to 0. No, totally for the equilibrium. So vertical and means the resultant of the forces in the vertical direction is equal to 0. So delta V is equal to resultant of the forces in the vertical direction. So delta V is equal to 0 implies Ra plus R is equal to 60 kilonewton, because 60 kilonewton is acting in downwards, and Ra plus R are the upward reaction forces. Okay, so this loading is downward and reaction is upward, so both are balanced. Okay, now moment about A is equal to 0, because A is the hinge support. So moment about, because this is reaction only, so hinge support will not give any reaction, so summation of moment about A is equal to 0 implies, because okay, so minus 35, because here the I have done it wrong, it should be plus, minus 25 minus 25 into 1 should be plus, it should be plus, I have written it minus, change it to plus. Okay, so minus 35, because we are taking from the left side, because you should always either take from the left side or the right side. So if we are taking from the left hand side, right hand side, so if we are taking from the right hand side to the left hand side, okay, so from right to left we are going, so minus 35 by 4, because this will give you a clockwise moment, while we should have a anti-clockwise moment for a positive value, so this is a negative value. Then R into 2, this reaction force into 2. Okay, so this will be an anti-clockwise, so this is positive value. Now we were going from left. Okay, okay, so this should be this is anti-clockwise, so this is positive, so this is should be positive 25 plus 25 into 1. Okay, plus 25 into 1. Okay, so here it should be plus 25 into 1. Now this is a wheel, rim wheel. Okay, so this is a rim, means the bicycle rim, you can assume, and this bicycle rim has been fixed to the rod. Okay, these are the two bearings and this is the fixed support. Okay, so here this the rod has been fixed. Okay, so you can rotate, give the torsion from here, and the maximum maximum so the maximum change in kinetic energy means delta Ke is equal to work done is equal to work strain energy stored. Okay, so change in kinetic energy of the wheel is equal to half into I into omega square is equal to T torsion or torque whole square into L by 2 jg. Okay, so here you are applying the load, this load will be transferred into kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy will get stored in the rod in the form of a strain energy. Okay, so I is the moment of inertia of the wheel, omega is the angular speed of the wheel. Okay, is equal to torsion that will be experienced by the torque that will be experienced by the rod. Okay, so rod, L is the total length of the rod, J is the polar moment of inertia about the neutral axis, because both polar area moment of inertia about the neutral axis, Ix plus I1 Ix plus I by is equal to J, and J is the polar moment of inertia and G is the modulus of rigidity. Okay, so change in kinetic energy of the wheel is equal to a strain energy stored in the rod. Okay, so thank you.